All right, I'll kick it off. Welcome back to the JKS podcast, everyone. When I say everyone, I mean our 4 listeners. Thanks for listening. How you doing, boys?
Not too bad.
Yeah, hanging in there. I actually want to start this off with a bit of an apology, Jetty.
Let's hear it.
So Lade, my partner, who I think is like 20% of our audience, came up to me after listening to the last podcast and then accused my mother of raising me incorrectly because I got a hard-boiled egg. Yeah, because I don't know what a hard-boiled egg is.
Wait, what? No, I took your side on that.
I know. Yeah, so we can blame Kathy for raising you incorrectly as well.
No. It doesn't have to be completely hard boiled. It's the type of cooking.
No, that's called a soft-boiled egg.
You dum-dum.
Yeah, a hard-boiled egg is like hard all the way through, and a soft-boiled egg means it's like a yolky yolk.
Fake news. It's fake news.
So, Jed, I apologise.
Thank you. Brandon, can I have an apology?
I'll need to do my own research. See what Alex Jones has to say about this.
And then Lane criticised our segue techniques as well. So,
Our segue technique.
Jed's defense, I tried a segue last episode and royally shanked it as well. So, segues are hard. So there's your second apology, Jed.
Let's just make this whole episode apologies to me. This is great.
I think like every 3 episodes of the podcast, we're just got to do like a revision episode where we apologise to Jed for him being smarter.
Note down all the things you got wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Oh god. And in the nature of that and how we're not doing segues, we'll just kick straight off into the first topic. No cool segue. House of Dragons. We talked about it last time. Did you guys watch the first episode?
I did, yeah. I really liked it, actually.
Did you watch it, Jetty? No spoilers yet. We're going to give a spoiler warning. So anybody listening, if you don't want any spoilers on the first episode of House of Dragons, like we'll keep this to 10 minutes or so just like skip forward 10 minutes.
Jed will put in a timestamp on the video of where to go to.
Perfect. All right, Jetty. So what did you see, Jetty? You didn't watch it, but what did you see?
So I've cut out the middleman, which I think is the episode. So I'm not good with violence, and even if I did watch it, I wouldn't know what's happening. So I've just watched a recap of what's happened, like a breakdown.
Like, okay, fine. If Nippler and I's conversation, I really hope it changes your mind and you decide to watch it because you don't.
Jed would have really struggled with that birth scene.
Oh, dude, I struggled. Holy shit, that was intense.
That was hard to watch.
Yeah, like you don't need any background either, Jetty, for the show because it is a prequel. I mean, there's like homages in the show to like Game of Thrones, which is nice for people who've seen Game of Thrones, but if you haven't, like it's not necessary. Like you can enjoy it without having any of the backstory.
So you enjoyed that birthing scene?
No, that was ruthless. But that's like that's Game of Thrones for you. That's like
back to its origin.
Exactly. It's like something that was missing from the last couple of seasons of Game of Thrones. Like it was,
So you want more birthing scenes going forward?
Brutal violence. Stuck on the edge.
So like nobody's craving that, right? But like it's a part of the magic of the show. It's just like gut wrenching moments like that where they kill off main characters or like there's just something like horrific. Like it's just part of the magic. Actually, maybe we do crave it then. Is something wrong with us?
Couple like orgies as well. Like a lot of the plot happens at whole houses again. It did just feel like season 1 to 4 of Game of Thrones. Like they just retreading ground.
Yeah. Did you see? So there was a scene where one of the main characters is giving a speech. After. I can't remember his name now. Jeez. Anyway, the Not King, the uncle, was giving a speech at the whorehouse, and they all just like paused to let him give this speech. And there's like a couple in the middle of the room that is like in doggy style, and they just sit there and look at him, and they don't they just pause.
Yeah, the bombs get slower and slower, and then come to a stop.
And you just stop and look at him while he's giving the speech, and you just see him like sitting there in the background. It was hilarious.
Can we speed this up? I'm getting soft, bro.
Didn't someone's dick get cut off?
Not in this episode. Did it?
No, it didn't. Oh, I don't think it did. I wasn't paying attention the whole time, so it might have, and I missed it.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure no one's dick got cut off.
I will find you the dick getting cut off.
I don't know what you're about to link us, but yeah, I don't want to watch it. But no, it was great. Like, I mean, a little slower pace than like. Oh, it actually wasn't that slower pace, but I mean that's kind of in the nature of
I mean,
Game
a
of
lot
Thrones, right?
happened. It set up a lot.
Yeah, it did feel like an introduction. Like it just felt like the show getting set up to like future storylines, which is what you need, obviously. Um, so like tomorrow's episode, I think it comes out in Australia. I can't wait. It's gonna be awesome.
Super keen.
I picked up on the wife that died in the birth scene. So she said at the beginning, like she gave the speech to the daughter or the main character, saying that like a woman's duty is to like bring children into the world, whilst men go off and fight. Like the main character's talking about, she doesn't want to do that. She wants to be like a fighter or whatever. There was some irony, or maybe not irony, but anyway. So when she was in the birthing scene, giving birth and like doing her duty as she proclaimed, it like cuts to the men just like beating the shit out of each other and killing each other in the jousting tournament. I thought that was like really well done.
Yeah, that's pretty clever.
Yeah, and it was just like really brutal violence, or whatever, while they're going bloody crazy, and then she's doing her duty by giving birth and dying doing it too.
Yeah, I think a guy got his like face beat in at the same time in the jousting battle.
Even like later, I just looked at each other. I was like, "Holy shit!" It's like it just like smushed in too. Like, yeah, it was horrific. But yeah, awesome at the same time. I guess.
Yeah. That's what Game of Thrones does. It's like you feel sick, but you feel it's like it's amazing at the same time.
Yeah, like I'll never forget that episode of Game of Thrones where Clegane like squishes. Oh, I can't even remember his name now, but he was literally uses his thumbs, like squishes his like head, like a bloody pumpkin, like pushes his thumbs into this guy's head and just like pops his head. It's horrific. And the guy that he killed was like a really popular character, and it just like instantly kills him.
Yeah, and it looked like he had won. Like it looked like he won the fight, and then out of nowhere,
Yeah.
big man just gets up and smashes him.
But like you can tell the production value of this is like insane compared to the first, I don't know, half dozen seasons of Game of Thrones. Like there was a screenshot I saw on Reddit with the jousting tournament from Game of Thrones season 1 or 2, and then this tournament in season like episode 1 of this. It's insanely different. There's like 100 people on set in Game of Thrones, and there's like, I don't know if they're all real, but at least CGI'd. Like it was just like really big moment. Like you really felt how cool it was. Like, yeah, production value is heaps better. So
yeah, the dragons looked really, really good. And I don't know if you remember, but the first time you see the dragons in Game of Thrones, they look terrible.
Dude, so bad.
They look so chunky.
And it was funny because as the dragons grew up, like you could kind of like feel the production value and the budget get bigger. So the dragons got bigger.
Yeah, they went from like PS2 quality to PlayStation 3 to like PS5 by the end of the series.
Yeah, upgraded throughout their budget. But like the cinematography was good. Like those scenes of the dragons flying, like it was a little bit corny. With the main character on the back of the dragon, like flying through the clouds or whatever, but still cool.
That never looks good.
Yeah, I know. It always looks a bit like Disney-esque. And then the other part I like too is the music as well. I don't know if you picked up on it, but they were like blending in the Game of Thrones intro into the music in the background when she was flying through the city, but like remixed it almost into like obviously a music for this show. So that was cool. It was a nice touch.
I didn't notice it.
You didn't?
It's a nice touch. Yeah, no, I didn't pick it up at all.
Yeah, you don't pick up on the little things, do you? You just watch it for the boobs.
Yeah, I'm just in it for the orgy scene.
Titties. But like solid, like 7.5 out of 10 for me, I reckon. And that's it definitely got me hooked.
No, like it did a great job introducing the series and the characters, and it looks good.
Yeah, looking forward to more. So Jetty, I hope that convinced you to watch some more.
I don't trust Nippler's reviews because he's like a normie.
This is because of Lord of the Rings. There's I don't know if we're going to talk about this later or whatever, but the new trailer dropped for the Rings of Power, the Lord of the Rings, and Jed was bitching about it. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to have a look. It looks awesome. Like, it looks really good.
Does it? That's what I thought about the first trailer.
It's got a 10-to-1 dislike ratio.
Then doesn't that make me not a normie, Jed, if everyone hates it and I like it?
Very true. You're the minority.
Makes you a piece of shit.
You're getting defensive for some reason. Check out the trailer; it's really good, and they're targeting it to normies, like Jed says. That's perfect for us, sure.
Exactly. Like I really liked the first trailer. I thought it was pretty cool, and then I can't see the dislikes on YouTube. Sorry, I can't see the dislikes on YouTube anymore. So I felt like I was with the majority. Really enjoyed that trailer.
This is why society is a
You
bad
can't
place.
see the dislikes, but you can see the fact it has like a couple million views and only like 1,000 likes.
Okay, yeah, that's not good. Well, don't take just his word for it. Take mine as well. Like I feel like I can give a good account of a TV show, and it's definitely worth watching. It's worth your time. So plenty of titties in there at the very least. So give it a squeeze, Jetty.
You get to see a medieval C-section be performed as well. So
Yeah, maybe squint through that part. Yeah, it's not real good. All right, and the nature of no segues, like I've said, and maybe this will be the timestamp, I guess, if we're smart enough to edit in a timestamp for anyone who did want to skip. But so Tesla released auto drive beta. So like it's had drive assist for ages since the car came out, but now they're actually like fully auto drive. So like you put in a location and it'll take you from where you are to there completely automatically. And they've released a beta, so like a handful of people are testing it to make sure it works. But there's hilarious videos of Teslas just like, so they'll put like a dummy child or like a dummy pedestrian crossing, and then you watch this Tesla just fly through the pedestrian crossing and just collect this kid. It's so good.
I've seen this video. It's fucking great. But are they trying to wipe it from the internet as well?
Yeah, they are, and it's not working because like it's everywhere. It's plastered all over Twitter. Like there's heaps of these videos, and then there was like one in China where like a Tesla's following a Tesla, and they're on this highway, and apparently they're both on auto drive. And then there's like this blocked off barricade that leads into literally a brick wall, and the Tesla just takes the turn and just drives full speed into the brick wall. Like just, I'll show you a video if you guys look at my screen. So this guy like set up a fake kid to be like hoisted across the road while his auto drive goes, and this is the result. So he's driving, and there's the kid. Just takes it out, doesn't care, just keeps going. And then down here is like on his screen is meant to be the child that like pops up. It's a camera and it'll show a kid there. It just doesn't even register. It just like keeps going.
Good. No evidence for your hit and run.
Yeah, no evidence. And then there's another one as well. Check this one out. This one's my favorite. All right, you ready for this? So that's the fake kid.
Even in fluoro.
Yep. Just keeps going. Doesn't care. It doesn't register at all. And like this shows the screen. It's meant to pop up. And yeah, his hands go off the wheel so you can see that it's auto driving. It just drives straight through the kid. It even picks up a person on the left hand side here. Yeah, like picks up a person so that it'll show what's there. But yeah, it doesn't register this kid whatsoever.
Do they know why? Is it that the cameras are too high? They don't see that, or
There's been no like Elon or Tesla haven't announced anything, right? So who knows? But there's people that are like got kids to walk, like actual kids to walk out in front of it when it's going really slow, and it does register the kid. But then like if the kid moves weirdly, like if they like. So like there was this little girl who had a dress on, and then as she's walking, like wasn't bobbing up and down, couldn't see legs move because she had this flowy dress on. Didn't pick up her, but it picked up her brother behind her, and like the brother was obviously wearing normal pants. So I think the car is looking for like human behavior.
it's looking for legs, like walking or something like that.
Yeah, like actual like lateral movement in like appendages. And so yeah, I guess kids with dresses on in particular are fucked. And then this is the other one. So this is in China. This car is just on a freeway. Oh yeah, watch, you ready? Turns, bang, just
Just at a right angle.
just drives straight to the wall. So yeah, it's not going well. And like, why would you beta test auto driving? Like, shouldn't that be something that's done in a factory? Like, why are you sending cars out?
Yeah, definitely iron the bugs out like before you send it to the real world.
Right? Like, it's insane. And then, yeah, like, it is, like, these videos get taken down, like, really quickly. Like, it's tough to find them. I saved the links for these because I got it off another podcast, but I had to show you guys. It's so bloody funny. So I'm excited to see what happens with that. I reckon Tesla stock's probably just going to take a dive. Um, Especially because, like, they announced, like, when Tesla first came out, they were like, it's right in the future. Like, when you bought a Tesla, apparently you could pay for the package that would include the auto driving feature when it's released. And it was advertised as, like, coming out in, like, 3-4 months' time. And it's just, like, still hasn't happened. That was years ago. So it's been a lot longer process than I think Elon Musk was expecting. So
what do they have at the moment? Because there's some auto drive feature at the moment, isn't there? Or just like auto detects.
So they've got drive assist, which works on freeways, I think, because like you've seen the videos of like people like sleeping in their car or whatever when they're driving. So I think it only works on some roads or like maybe not through streets. Like if you're on a freeway or a highway, it'll do it for you and it'll stay in the lanes and all that kind of stuff. But this is like the fully pledged one, so like it'll go through the streets and turn and all that kind of stuff. But you should see the videos of the people coming out defending it. Like these like die-hard Tesla fans that are like releasing other videos of like the auto drive working and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, come on, like a handful of videos of it not working is enough, right? Like surely that means you shouldn't be doing this.
It doesn't matter if it works 99% of the time because it's still a lot of dead kids.
Exactly. Exactly. And it has no problem picking up adults. So I think maybe, yeah, there could be something with the angle of the camera, like you were saying, Nips. But yeah, with no official like response from Tesla, it's all up for speculation. But certainly interesting to watch people run over these dummies.
Very interesting.
Yeah, good times. All right, I'll leave this next segue to you, Jetty. Go on.
Your boy Ethan Klein, Shorty, has been in the news a bit, and yeah, he seems to be calling everyone
So I
out.
haven't seen him in the news at all. But all right, if he has been, I missed it. Is there like one beef in particular? Because he causes drama with everybody.
Called out. There's a YouTuber's called Abra and Preach, and allegedly he's been like a racist at the moment, old Ethan, and then he's called out Andrew Tate as well, your boy.
No, he's always calling out Andrew Tate. He's had like his last 4 YouTube videos because he does a podcast. His last 4 podcasts have had Andrew Tate in the title. Like he's milking it.
Smart. That's what we should be doing and have been doing actually.
There's actually news on Andrew Tate too, but I promised the audience last episode that we would not talk about him again. So we'll hold that promise.
Him so we can put the hashtag in the video. So we're good.
That's all we need. Yeah, like Ethan gets a lot of slack, but he's just I don't know, he just doesn't think and just speaks and definitely calls everybody out. He's not scared of confrontation, but he's notorious. Like YouTubers in general are pretty scared to say anything about him because yeah, he goes on him pretty hard. He's like he calls his fans foot soldiers, and so there's a website called WikiFeet. And then, like, these guys are animals. Like, the people running the website are absolute animals. Like, if any celebrity shows their foot for even a split second in anything, they're uploaded onto WikiFeet and they've given them ratings. And, like, every celebrity and, like, any kind of, like, B-lister, C-lister, D-lister celebrity is on there with a rating out of 5. So, it's crazy. Like, if you go to WikiFeet, it's nuts. And it's got this archive of feet pictures of these celebrities. It's, like, it's a cult. But he calls his fans foot soldiers because he got his fans to make him the #1 male person on WikiFeet, even though he's got disgusting feet. And he had so many 5-star votes that he had like 8.5 out of 5 before they banned him. Like, I don't know how it works. He fucked up the website. He got so many votes that he had like 8.5 out of 5 before they finally banned him from WikiFeet.
8.5 stars out of 5.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he had so many votes it broke the system. He ended up getting like 8.5 out of 5. And then yeah, they ended up banning him, so he's not on WikiFeet anymore. But all his fans are called foot soldiers. So now, whenever he gets in drama or beef with anybody, all of his fans go and like just plummet their score on WikiFeet. So if he gets in beef with a YouTuber, you go on WikiFeet, they'll have like 0.1 out of 5 stars on WikiFeet and just like a bunch of comments about the drama. It's hilarious.
And I imagine that's a big hit for the YouTuber.
Right?
Feel that.
Like, how can you not pay that? You gotta love that, even if he's a dick. Like, that's hilarious.
That is good. Well, the website's messed up, but you have to admire their tenacity and effort.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's getting it up.
Yeah, but look, like, even when you Google WikiFeet, like, one of the thumbnails is his face. 2 of them, even.
Feat of the year.
Yeah, and it has, like, every single celebrity you could possibly think of, and then, like, every single picture on any
Oh,
platform that
no.
even has...
Half those pictures don't have feet in them.
Oh, they do. You gotta click them and open them up.
You have to go
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah, that's right. See? Like, every single picture that they've
Like,
ever
is that
put
enough?
anywhere.
That picture you just clicked on, is that enough?
Hey, man.
Yeah, there's like a tiny bit of foot in that.
It's more exposure, right? You see more of the foot, it makes it on the website, you know? And, like, if you search him, he's not there anymore because they banned him. Yeah, yeah. So, like, Logan Paul, for example, like, everybody you can think of. Oh, hang on a minute. Trust me.
No, we don't know.
Oh, you don't want to see it?
I thought that was Logan's Paul that just popped up.
No, it's not coming up. Oh, no. You have to take a word for it. It's got everybody. Maybe I'm on some, like, other weird one. Hang on. Logan Paul WikiFeet. This is weird.
Why is it coming
is
up as
happening?
previously searched?
Shut up. I was on the female section, so this is the male section of WikiFeet. So Logan has a 3.13 out of 5.
Oh my god.
You can see the votes. Like, he has a lot of votes. Like, people are religiously using this. It's got their date of birth, like, in every photo from anything. Like, even his podcast, where he had his feet on the desk. There's a photo of it.
Yeah, you're definitely on an FBI watch list right now.
Yeah, so, like, Ethan, calls his fans,
Okay.
Oh, no, what?
close that.
Keep it PG.
You guys didn't want to see a male asshole at 8 o'clock on a Sunday night. Oh, whoops. Anyway, I accidentally closed WikiFeet and another tab popped open and the boys saw something they shouldn't have. So, sorry about that, guys.
Sure, now I'm hard. Thanks a lot, buddy.
But that's hilarious. So, like, yeah, every beef that he ever starts on YouTube, yeah, if you search the person he's talking about, they've all got like 0.1 out of 5 on WikiFeet because his fans go and, create accounts for him and tank him.
I did not expect that to go.
Jed hasn't even talked about the beef yet.
Sorry. Go on, Jenny. Do you have
Let's move on. So in the AFL this week, there was a sledge that left a person in tears.
So a sledge is like banter, right? Like someone attacking someone.
You're trying to put like the opposition player off by, saying.
Okay. Yeah, cool. Being a dick or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. So the Brisbane Lions captain Dane Zorko made us towards Demon defender Harrison Petty.
Really?
And left him in tears. Yeah. Do you know any more?
Well, like he was crying, so then 3/4 time happened, and all the players came and like talked about it. The coaches got involved. Apparently the sledge was Dan Zorko said, "I hope your mother dies," which is like usually sledges are like funny. It's like, and then it's like the first thing.
True. Yeah, true. Well, I mean, it is kind of funny out of context.
At first, it came out that his mother did have some sort of terminal illness.
Oh no!
And that's why he said it. But now I'm not so sure. It's like it's unclear whether she does or she doesn't. But it makes it 1,000 times worse.
Yeah. And let's, for the sake of this, let's assume that it isn't true. It's still pretty fucked up. Like, imagine like a guy tackles you in a game. It's like, yeah, well, I hope your mum dies.
And this guy, like Petty's, like is super religious, like close knit and league kind of guy. So like country boy.
God. Okay. I mean, it's a bit crazy for him to just like cry in the middle of a game, though. He's a grown up person, right? Like he's an adult.
That's why everyone thought his mum must be like sick or something to like have that reaction to it. But
you would think. And then Dane Zorko when he responded, because he's the Brisbane Lions captain, when he responded to the media, he kind of said it wasn't unprovoked. And that kind of alluded to, because he's had a bit of a scandalous past where he cheated on his wife and kind of left his wife and kid, I think, or cheated on his wife. And yeah, so I think something along the lines of that might have got brought up, and then he's resorted to the
Right.
your mama
Okay.
joke.
So it kind of exacerbated the situation. Yeah, look, I mean, escalations, that's like 0 to 100 pretty quick.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, like things escalate, I get it, but yeah, that's kind of jumping the line.
Nippler, if you were going to sledge Shawnee right now, what would you say? You're in a game. He's annoying the shit out of you.
I'd say I'm happy to hang out with you now because the amount you smoke, you won't be around for too much longer.
Wow. Wow. That was fucked. I mean, alright,
At least a bit of a joke in there. I did just say I hope your mum died.
yeah, it was creative. It was creative. I'm still going to set you up a wiki feed and get you like a 0 out of 5. That's happening.
Bullshit.
Oh, fine, Sledge Jetty. You don't get off the hook, Jet. Yeah, Nippler, Sledge
I
Jetty.
thought you were sledging me back.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, go for it, Shorty.
Oh, God. I don't have anything.
I'm trying to think of a sledge for Jed too.
Is it just like you're a really good guy, upstanding
I
citizen?
say that sarcastically. Oh, you're a really good guy, Jed.
Hey, Nippler. I hope you walk in front of a Tesla that's on auto drive, because you're a real piece of shit.
Hey, man.
How's that?
It's
That
very
was good, right? Yeah. See? Okay, enough
Fuck
sledging.
you.
I'll start crying. There'll be some tears on this podcast. Oh, yeah, well, that's great. So is the guy going to get like suspended, or is it going to be like repercussions?
There were calls for him to be stripped of his captaincy. But
Really?
I don't think they'll do that. Yeah, I think that was just a knee-jerk reaction from the media.
It's pretty crazy that he's the captain and he's like sledging that hard. Although I guess it's I mean, it's kind of in the sport of the game, right? It's in the sport of any game. Like there's riffing. People kind of have a go at each other, but yeah, that's a pretty bad
Yeah,
one.
I think that kind of is. I mean, there's crossed a line, and like with banter, right? If you say something that offensive, it has to be like at least funny enough for that offensiveness to not hit. But there's no joke in that. There needs to be like a scale. Like if you're gonna wish death on someone's mum, it has to be a good joke.
Yeah, like an absolute banger. Yeah, like you're such a piece of shit. I hope your mum dies for what she did by bringing you into this world. Like that's pretty funny.
That would be good. Yeah.
I got some sledges used by AFL players in actual situations.
All right,
So-
hit us.
I want you to rate them.
Out of 5. All right.
So this one AFL player went to the umpire and he's like, "Stop the game." And he's like, "Why? Just stop the game." He was like, "There's an Oz kicker on the field, which is like a child," and he points to this short guy who's playing the game.
Pretty good. Was it in earshot of a short guy?
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
That's solid. Yeah, that's pretty creative. I mean, probably could have had a bit more sting on it.
Yeah.
I give it solid 2.5 out of 5 over here.
I'll give it 3.
3. Nice.
All right, the next one is Jonathan Brown, who's like this big forward that used to play for Brisbane as well. He shouted at a guy because he was annoying him, and he said, "I will eat you." And he's got a bit of a bowl cut as well. And the guy responded, "Will you use the bowl that they cut your hair with?"
I mean, that's pretty good on the fly because he hadn't prepped that. There was no prepping. He didn't know Brown was going to say that to him.
Yeah, that's solid, and he deserves it because he has a bowl cut. He's a grown-ass man. That's funny. That's a solid 4 for me. I like that one.
Yeah, 4.
So the next one's from Nat Fife to Kane Corns. And Kane Corns in the day was tagging Fifey, so trying to stop him from getting the ball. And then Fifey was like to Kane Corns, "Bring your old, skinny, frail bones with me, old man. We're going straight to the goal square." And he kicks the goal. And then he says, "It's going to be a long day for you, old man."
Oh my god. That's so much class too, if he'd actually kick the goal and then turns around and says that. Solid execution.
Yeah, I mean, you really want when you do the like setup and you need to kick the goal for the punchline, then you're putting a lot of pressure on the kick.
Yeah, and he gets it, right? Like, imagine if he didn't get it, he'd look like a big old dickhead. So, all right, solid 3 for me. That was a good one too.
2.5.
2.5, nice.
I'll give it a 5 because it's from 5. 2 more. This one, I think it was Chris Scott or Michael Voss. Anyway, they were twins, and then the twins were playing on different teams, and they went up to the other twin, and he was like, "My dad fucked your mum last night."
That's pretty good.
That's a really good one. Yeah. Who's sledging your brother? What the fuck?
I mean, that would put you off. You'd be like, "Oh, what the fuck?"
It's true. All right, that's a 4 for me. He took himself down with it. I like it. That's good. That was a kamikaze.
That's a 5 from me. That's
Oh, nice.
All right, last one. So this one was Chris Judd, who used to play for the Eagles, and then he got traded to Carlton. And in this game, he was playing against his old side, West Coast, so the Eagles. And he was notoriously known for having like really bad shoulders and used to put lots of tape on his shoulders. And one of the Eagles players went to him and bagged out how much tape he had on the shoulders. And Chris Judd responded, "It's from carrying you for the last 5 years."
Just a classic. That's a classic. That's a good one.
that's great.
Before we rate this, can I just point out, like, these are all really good. These are fair. They're a bit creative, good execution. And then you've got old mate. I hope your mum dies. Yeah, no, that one's good. A 3 for me. Yeah.
I'll give it a 4. That's a good one.
Nice. Yeah. The good old yeah, my dad fucked your mum last night. That one's definitely the winner.
I can imagine Niffler using that on Ash.
No, I can imagine
one day.
Ash using that on Niffler. I can
his other
imagine you
brother.
say that, Nips.
Two beers into Ash, he would use that line.
100%.
Yeah, he's so competitive when he drinks.
All right, so we're going to encourage a sledge match between the Nipplers next time he's down.
You have to pull that out, Niffler. You have to pull that out.
We can record it. We'll get the audio equipment in.
So how are they like hearing those sledges? Is everybody mic'd up or something? They're not wearing microphones, are they?
It's just the players
Oh, right.
telling
okay.
other players about it. Or like other players hearing what they say
Yeah, fair enough. That makes sense.
on the field.
Oh, that was good. I want to hijack the next topic. I'll just jump into a quick one because this one's really, really funny. So Conor McGregor posted a video on his Instagram today. Have you guys seen it yet?
Oh.
He posted a video of him getting a blowjob on a yacht to
What
his
a man.
Instagram. Does it make it better or worse if it's from the mother of his children?
Yeah, good question.
So it doesn't really matter. We don't know. You can't see his dick. You can't see her face. But I'll show you the video. I can't help it. I got it. You can't see anything. I wouldn't put this on YouTube just in case. Oh, I'll turn off the sound. Sorry. This is straight from his Instagram.
That's great. He's just recorded it while
Yeah.
it's happening and put it straight on.
It's straight onto his story. Like it was almost live, basically. Yeah. He's lost the plot. He's completely lost the plot.
Hey, she might not be doing that.
You don't know that's a blowjob. You have no idea. She could be.
Headbutting his crutch.
You could see his feet and his toes were curling as well. It was real fucked up. I'll show you.
Did you put that on the
It's on
website,
a
Shawnee?
wiki feed now.
Yeah. Oh, look, if you scroll it up, you can see his feet and his toes are curling. Welcome. So that's definitely a blowjob seat. Like that's definitely how you sit when that's happening. Straight to his Instagram, and it was right off the back of that guy, Tommy Lee. Do you know who that is? He's like famous for a bunch of stuff. He's a musician, but he had the sex tape with Pamela Anderson back in like the 90s. Yeah, anyway, he just like posted a picture of his hog on Instagram, like full hog. He was like squatting and just like posted a picture of his dick to Instagram. Got banned straight away. Anyway, sorry, I had to interject with that.
Does that video get kind of a McGregor banned, or is that fine? Because it's you don't actually see anything.
Yeah, well, he's not banned, so I think it's fine. Very strategic. Like he must have had some pretty good concentration to like not accidentally slip and show more than he should have. You know?
That might not be the first take. Oh, if it's a story though, isn't it live?
I actually don't know how stories work on Instagram. I don't know if you can edit them or choose not to put it up, but I think it just gets posted straight away. So, but do we want to move to this next one? This slide in Compton. It's pretty funny too. So this is actually coming off the H3 podcast, but this is a slide, like a slippery dip in Compton, which is notorious for people just getting absolutely fucked up on. And it keeps closing and then getting reopened, and it's just reopened again recently. And it was trending on Reddit because this video, and I've got 2 videos to show you. And this one will definitely be on YouTube, and highly recommend watching it on YouTube if you're not, because this is hilarious.
Christ.
So you can already see, and like, I know. And before I press play, like, it's much bigger than it looks. Like, if you look at the drone shot of it,
On a hot day, that's gonna fucking destroy you.
but it's the bumps. The bumps are the problem. Watch this.
For those listening, it's just a giant slide made out of sheet metal, and people are going down on like hay barrel bags.
Yeah, just getting whipped down it. Absolutely whipped down it. And then there's this. And then there's this video here, which is like an aerial video. And watch this one lady. Watch her.
Oh, she got some mad hair.
Watch this person in the middle. Watch that person
Oh,
in the
there's
middle.
another
Watch
one as
this
well.
Wait for him. No, wait. Watch.
Oh,
Look at the people walking up to go on it while watching people get destroyed coming down.
Yeah. No, but you need it.
they wearing helmets? No. Oh my, you would need a helmet 100%.
I've seen this video so many times, and I've worked out it's the second bump. So not this one, the next one. That where they get the air and then they just can't recover. Once they start like bouncing, they just keep bouncing down it. It's so funny. And this thing reopened. They didn't repair it at all. They just shut it for a little bit, and then it gets reopened. Here we go again. Yeah. Look at him. So good.
OHS would have a field day with this.
Oh,
There's no padding. There's nothing. You'd have to make it
Takes
straight.
the fun out of it, though.
That's the only way you
Yeah,
could fix that.
and then I had this. I saw this screenshot of it, and I don't have it. I wish I did, but it is like corrugated iron. Like, it's like literally what you'd use for your outdoor roof. It's just corrugated iron. It looks terrible. Yeah, that's why they've got like the bean bags. They're like, they get like staples or something in them. Otherwise, look at this.
Halfway down, they're just airing from bump to bump.
I'm just screen recorded, because even if you put the video on the overlay on YouTube, they're not going to see me rewinding. But put it up anyway, because it's a treat. That is so much fun. I love it. All right, that is it for my external videos. I've got nothing else. Yeah, over to you guys.
I liked it. It's been a big week for superhero movies, or rather an interesting week for superhero movies and shows, with DC pushing back the release date of Aquaman 2 and Shazam 2. And then She-Hulk also released, and
What are the reviews like on She-Hulk? Because it sounds terrible.
really interesting, actually. So mixed reviews. I don't know how the reviews work. Well, I know how reviews work, but I don't know how they work on the website. So Rotten Tomatoes, 88%, and then IMDb, 5.2 out of
Rotten
10.
Tomatoes, I think what comes up when you Google it is like the media critics, and then like IMDb is like user score. So like the IMDb score is usually like the most telling, because that's like actual people's like user reviews, like viewers' reviews. But it sounds terrible, doesn't it?
But what is it? Because isn't she like a lawyer or something? Like, I'll make a Hulk like TV show and then make her a lawyer.
Yeah.
Well, you can, I guess. They did.
I'll try to summarize it for you. So, yeah, she's a lawyer, and then she's in a car with Bruce Banner, and they're in a crash, and then she saves Bruce Banner, who's the Hulk, and gets some of his blood into her. She turns into She-Hulk. But then, yeah, it looks like she's got all this superhero powers of the Hulk, obviously, but even better at some stages as well.
So I'm looking at the screenshots. Is she green all the time? She looks like she's green all the time.
Like she's always hulking. She's not.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. She's walking around in like a outfit, green. Okay. Anyway, so if we drink the Hulk's blood, we become the Hulk.
I guess so.
This is the definition of like oversaturation, and them just trying to like milk money. Like they've got to have like a girlfriend for the Hulk, so let's create a TV show. I don't know. It just sounds really bad. I wouldn't even think about watching it, to be honest.
Yeah, I think Marvel just has too much stuff coming out, and people are kind of getting over it.
Yeah, and it's just going to keep dipping whilst they keep creating shows. But like you look at like their release calendar, the Marvel's release calendar. It's insane. They've got so much stuff planned. Like I don't know how they expect people to actually watch all of this stuff. The reviews are shocking, by the way. 5,442 one-star ratings on Google.
That's not great. It's not great at all.
It was either 5-star or
I
1-star.
guess like diehard Marvel fans are trying to counteract the 1-star, just like pump it up with 5. Got like a I don't know. It's cool to see a TV show that's got like a strong female lead, which I'm sure is not something you guys would expect me to say.
No, you're pushing back on the try to get cancelled in the first episode. This isn't you.
No comment. Anyway, all right. So they pushed back Aquaman as well.
Yeah, are you gonna be okay?
Yeah, what am I fixing Jason Momoa? I wonder why. Do you reckon that has anything to do with the Amber Heard stuff?
I think there could be several reasons. One of them is that the Amber Heard. But supposedly as well, there is Avatar 2 coming at the end of the year, which
Oh,
might
is there?
take. Yeah,
Only how long? That's like 10 years in the making, right?
I reckon longer.
Wait, where's the advertisement for that?
10 years in the making. Gee.
I haven't seen any advertisement for that. What the hell?
And it's because this Avatar is taking place underwater as well, so maybe that's too similar to Aquaman.
Interesting.
But yeah, I think they're trying to push it back, potentially to get rid of Amber Heard, like green screen out of it, and then also it might be too close as well to Avatar 2, which is also Underworld. So
That makes
Yeah.
sense, yeah. Also underwater. They've got the exact same cast in Avatar 2. That's really cool. Like 10 years later, they can still get the same cast in. That's cool.
guess it's guaranteed money. So
Yeah, I know, but the expectations of that movie are going to be nuts, right?
well, if you don't release anything for 10, 15 years,
It's literally been 15 years. God,
Apparently, he's filming. I forget how it's either 3 or 4 Avatar movies. He's already filmed all of it, and then he's just going to release them one after the other.
yeah, this is like Avatar 3 is slated to come out in 2024, so they've already filmed it.
Yeah, he filmed a shitload of Avatar movies, and then he's just editing them and releasing them on like a yearly basis or something.
Smart. What happens if the second one goes to shit? Like, what if it's terrible? No, like he's just already filmed like 3 and 4 and can't do anything
He's
with it.
committed. There's no backing out now.
Yeah, true. Well, that's cool. Sorry, I kind of hijacked that because I didn't know that was happening. Them that makes sense with them suspending Aquaman too. But I'm like, surely it's going to be something to do with green screening out Amber Heard. Like, get more production time on it or something. I don't know how much you can do though if they've already finished filming though.
Avatar 5 is already slated to release in 2028, so they've got it all set up to Avatar 5.
That is some serious optimism. Like, assuming 2, 3, and 4 are going to be good enough for people to want a 5. It's already started.
how's the arrogance?
It is James Cameron though. Makes sense.
Yeah, people will watch it. Unless it completely fucks up on any of the movies along the way.
Yeah.
People
And the
will watch it.
The budget is $250 million. Wow. Yeah, I mean, how can you go wrong? James Cameron with a $250 million budget and a sequel to one of the best movies ever. Yeah, I can't imagine he's going to screw it up.
People actually kind of divided if Avatar was actually a good movie or if it was just really good looking.
Yeah, I don't think it was that great. Personally,
I don't think you're that great.
Jed.
Bad Sledge.
I thought it was alright. weren't we all like teenagers though? Like, yeah, it made me feel old realizing that came out 15 years ago. I haven't seen it since then. So.
Finishing high school, right?
Yeah, that was one of those movies that came out in 3D, and it was horrible. I hated watching it in 3D.
Oh, he better not be trying to do the 3D because that movie started the 3D craze again.
Yeah, it did.
That shit again.
He won't. No, no, it's not. You remember when they released TVs, like 3D TVs?
Yeah, my parents got one.
Oh no. Yeah, I can imagine. Imagine everyone sitting there in their bloody glasses watching TV in the lounge room. It was a gimmick for sure. That won't ever come back. It's all about VR and stuff now. So what was the other one that you said that got pushed back?
Shazam 2. Or Shazam, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Don't care.
I really don't care either,
Really
to be
don't
honest.
care.
Cool. Oh, did you see they released it?
Place the metaverse.
Yeah, Metaverse. Like they've released it.
I saw the Mark Zuckerberg selfie he posted. Did you see that?
Oh man, yeah. So he posted a. I should
Yeah.
share my screen again and show you.
Yeah,
But
find that picture.
yeah,
He's trying to hype up the metaverse, and he's like, "Check me out in the metaverse," and it's the dumbest looking.
you know the old like on the Wii, like the Wii characters. It was literally to that quality. Like it was horrible. I'll find it. And then he like released another one like an hour later and said that it was like early. Oh yeah, I found it. Hang on, I'll send it to the chat. But yeah, they released it, so people were in it. I watched H3 again. He joined it and then streamed it. Sorry, I was just sending that link. Yeah, look at that photo, Jed, in the chat. That's his avatar.
Does look like the Wii stuff from when Nintendo Wii came out. Looks exactly like that.
Yeah, I mean maybe the Wii's a bit harsh, but at least like the Switch, right? Like the Switch is that quality. Like those avatars on the Switch. Terrible.
They did capture his dead eyes, though. They nailed that.
Yeah. There's a bunch of memes as well. Like people were like cut the Eiffel Tower and putting the Twin Towers behind it, and it's like, yeah, the Twin Towers are still here in the metaverse. It was really bad. But it looks horrible. It looks really, really bad. So H3 did like a big walkthrough. He got himself banned twice, but you join like a community hub. So like one of the first things he did was join this like home world. You're just walking around. It's just like these avatars from the waist up, in the Oculus Rift or whatever, so like you can track hand movements, just like screaming at each other. It looked really, really crap. You went to like a comedy show, and then people could get up on stage and then like perform stand-up comedy and just get like sledged by people in the audience.
That's the part of the metaverse that would make me a bit anxious, is the fact that there's going to be a bunch of 8 to 12-year-olds just screaming stuff at everyone. It's the most disturbing shit you can think of.
Yeah, like he was like, yeah, whatever, yelling at people and like saying random stuff, trying to be funny to people, and then they'd talk back, and you realize it's like a kid, like literally a little kid. You're like, oh crap! Like you can't see like the age of anybody, so yeah, you're hanging around and talking to little kids, but it's such a gimmick.
Yeah, that's what made me stop playing VR, because of all the little kids running around.
He's like, I can't remember what interview it was, him with Lex Friedman, I think it was, but he was talking about how it's like the way of the future, and like businesses are all going to have like Oculus Rifts like hooked up, and we like everyone's wearing bodysuits with like sensory like sensors on their fingertips and toes and whatever, and like all meetings are going to be held in like virtual reality, and it's like, you're such a joke. That's never happening. Like even in like the most optimistic reality like universe, that is never ever happening.
He's fully committed too. Like,
I know, like,
renamed the company. He's putting all his resources into this.
yeah, like he's just tanking his business. Like what? So like,
why do you reckon it won't work?
It's
though?
a gimmick.
Because, like, say you're in a meeting, everyone's got headsets. Instead of just being a stale normal meeting, you can have like the headsets on. You can do stuff together.
nobody except for like that 1%. No way.
People don't even turn on their cameras in a meeting. They're gonna put on glasses and be there.
Yeah, like my boss at work is on people all the time about their cameras on in those meetings. Like nobody's getting dressed up in like a full suit with like I don't know, like standing in their study at home or standing in the office or whatever, looking like a bloody condom. To be in this meeting.
That would be a nightmare. The tech
Oh,
issues you would have.
100%. He's out of touch of reality. Like what he's tried to do is build something for the future. But what he's done is he's built like a little dicky app on a gaming device that's only owned by a small minority of people who play games. But that's all he's done. Like this is like just another one of those lobby games that you play on like the VR Oculus Rift, which are owned by like one people who actually play video games. It's like no business in the world would ever consider having a room full of people wearing bloody VR headsets joining this meta meeting instead of just like going to the conference room in person or turning on your cameras on Teams. Dumb, man. It's like even like 50 years from now, like this isn't it. Like the future of like VR and stuff is not this. Like nobody's like the future of VR is like playing games and like I don't know, like running through I don't know.
Yeah, it's not going to be used for business except in like very specific circumstances. It's not going to be used for meetings and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it's like until it's like 100 years from now, and like you can stand up and like a camera literally just like creates you somewhere else. Like that's the future. Like that's the only time it's feasible. And it's like all these media like in between steps. Like this isn't even an in between step. This is just some ridiculous gimmick. Like if you saw the videos, Jenny, it's absolutely horrible. It's so
headset.
bad.
Like the first thing would be the headset technology has to like get to the point where it's like a pair of glasses or something.
Basically.
Yeah, this big hefty thing you put on and it smushes your face. You can only be comfortable for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, like and like the only credit I'll give is to like the actual VR tech, not this app, because this is literally just an app and it's just horrible. But the VR tech is heaps better. Like 5 years ago when it first came out, like you had the big Vive systems which were like linked up to your PC and you had a bunch of cables and wires. Like the VR tech is heaps. Like the Oculus Rift 2, I think is what you guys have, right? That's like that tech's awesome.
Being wireless makes it a lot more fun. Yeah, you just get tripped up all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it makes these things like usable and doable. But imagine like sitting in one for 8 hours and that's like your job. The headaches you get from using it for like 30 minutes. Crazy.
Yeah, from having that a screen like right up against your eye pretty much for 8 hours.
I think some YouTuber did like a week in there, just non-stop.
Oh yeah, you're talking about that guy that did that?
Yeah, yeah.
I've watched the videos of that. Like he like
Did he go crazy? I'd hate that.
He made a really good friend.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
did.
liked it. No, he didn't like
Well,
it, but he got lonely
he was
actually.
like watching movies in VR and like yeah, he set up his room. It was like really bland. And like had the exact same layout as his VR room. So like he just never had to take it off. And literally kept it on 24/7. Slept with it on, watched movies. Yeah, bizarre. But yeah, this isn't it. Like if you watch the videos of it, like this is it's a fad. It's just dumb. Nobody owns these things.
Yeah, and a company's not going to buy one for all its employees. It's just not going to happen.
Even just like the general public. Like I can't in my head see even 10 years from now, I can't see a time where like a VR headset is going to be popular.
Everyone's like kind of doing their own thing anyway at the moment. They're all looking down at their phones. Like, why not put a headset on?
The problem is phones are so good. Like there's no reason to make them different.
And they give you like little dopamine hits very easily.
Yeah. Like all the apps on your phone, like everything about a phone is convenient. It's perfect. Like you can't make this any more convenient. Like strapping it to my forehead is not going to make me use it more.
You're trying to get the controllers and you put the wrong controller in your hand and then
yeah. Or like sitting on the bus, like yeah, I don't know, like sitting there like boxing somebody on the bus in VR, like
splash him in the back there.
Yeah, just looking like the crazy person at the back of the bus. Yeah, I don't know. I have zero faith that this is going to go anywhere other than Meta or Facebook, whatever, just completely tanking itself. Like they've just destroyed their company by relabeling themselves as this crap. It's
Well, there's a thing called AR, which is augmented reality, which is similar to Pokemon Go, and I think a few companies are trying to get the glasses, like create glasses that kind of get things to pop up everywhere, so you can, so like the environment's a bit more interactive. So it could be like
That's cool too, but again, like I can't, like in my wildest imagination, I can't imagine how that, like what entertainment that would provide.
That would be cool for like a week, and then these companies are going to put so many fucking ads in there. You'll be walking down the street, they'll just half your vision will be taken up by a Coca-Cola commercial. It'll virtually be putting Coke cans in people's hands as you walk by.
Yeah. It's like if you're talking about the next big thing, like I mean apps are, right? Like TikTok is the current big thing. Like that'll like the dopamine people get from scrolling through that on their phone. Like you can't replicate that in something as like encompassing as glasses. It's like what would you get from like like AR? Like it would be cool to like, I don't know, go see a Pikachu. Like I put on my glasses and I'll sit next to a bloody Pikachu on the bus. But like what else could you see? Unless it's like an X-ray app, which is like but
Okay.
it wouldn't actually yeah, okay, I'll stop.
I mean, it could just be like the same as your phone, but like in glasses form. So you could just be scrolling TikTok through the glasses.
Now that's an idea.
Well, that's the idea we're talking about. That's
But like imagine if you had like a controller that like all it did was just like scrolled up and down and clicked, and you just held that in your hand whilst you just like looked through the glasses.
yeah. How would that work? Maybe like it can track your eye movements, so you can control it that way. Like
All right.
click.
I take that back, Jetty. I see the future in that AR stuff with those glasses. That's pretty cool. Imagine that.
I think to Nippler's point before, you could probably do like a heat tracker, so like or an eye tracker, so you could like track where your eyes are going to, and then
That tech's been around for ages, right? Like those people who were
Yeah,
what was his name? Stephen Hawking's, for example. Like eye tracker to like speak through a laptop, right? Like that's yeah. I mean that tech's been around for decades. That's pretty cool. But Meta's not it. I don't care what anybody says. Not it. Facebook on one of those sets of glasses, that might be cool. But yeah, this metaverse stuff is just like going to be a little fad for kids, like tiny little kids, not even like 13 plus. And anybody above 13's, yeah, no, it's not it.
They've moved on to the VR porn by that stage, right?
Hey, all right, and on that note, and so Lane also criticised me for the way we ended the last podcast because I think we just said bye and then just ended the podcast. So thank you everyone for listening. Anyone who took the time to actually make it through the end of the podcast. If you're on YouTube, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And yeah, boys, been a pleasure.